Hey everyone, welcome to I Totally Love It. My name is Susan, and today I am working on part one of my March Junk Journal Madness Journal. My guest collaborator this month is Stacy from Crafty Dragon Creations. I'll have her channel link below, go check her out. And the theme is Irish, Scottish, Celtic. So you can select one of those, or all three of those, or two of those, and move forward with it and create yourself a wonderful little journal. And I can't find my card right now. Maybe this is it. Mm, let's see. Oh, there it is. I found it. How about that? Okay, here it is. We are going to make 9 items. So it's just 9 different items. If you don't know the name, as long as you've made 9 different items, it's all right. And we're going to use 6 different materials and a lot of covers sometimes. So just getting the cover and the signatures in, you use 6 materials. It's just a way for us to use up our stash and to make different things where they're not always the same thing. This freebie is linked below. It's a Google Doc. It's also in my coffee shop, and it's a freebie. And of course, I wrote on here U.S. regions recently in my theme reveal video, but I kind of reworded that to just regions. So it could be, like meadow, something like that. Or it could be like, the southeast or the northwest. If you're here in the States, you know what that means. All right. So page 2, this is where you want to go. These are the items to include. Now, there may be stuff missing from this page. Feel free to use it. You may have something you want to use and it's not here. And also, if there's something not here, let me know. We will add it. We will find a spot to add it. All right. You can see where I've already had to start combining some lines, but that is a-okay. And you may not be able to find some because there's so much up here. It's probably up here, but if you're not sure, reach out. Let me know in a comment. If I don't answer soon enough, I bet someone else will find it on there and beat me to it. All right, page 3. These are just different items to make. I have added a few, so your copy may be a little more up to date than this one, but it has like triptych. Remember those? We used to get them from AAA. When you planned a vacation with, say, like a travel agent, you had triptychs and things. All right. And so the whole point is just to make different things, because if not, Susan, will make the same kind of tag every single time, the same kind of journal card. So it's just a way to get out there, become adventurous, try something new, and use up the things. And that's part of that list of materials. I bet you have those things. You forgot about those things because, I do too. So I have the list to help me remember. All right, so I'm gonna put that to the side and get a little clip to hold it all together. And I highlight every now and then the things I've used, but you don't even have to print those out. You can just look at it online, make a list on paper, or just make a list as you're going. And as long as you use 6 different materials and you made 9 different things, so 9 different styles, including the pockets, the tags, the journal cards, the belly bands, the page edges, the side tucks, corner tucks, up tucks, dangles, tassels, just 9 different things. That's the goal. Okay, so on to the theme and my guest collaborator. So when I spun the wheel and it landed on Irish, Scottish, Celtic, I couldn't have been more ecstatic. When Stacy sent me those choices for her possible themes, I was at work and I opened it up during my break and I was like, I just couldn't stop thinking about them. And of course, this Irish, Scottish, Celtic one was at the forefront, because when you do your ancestry DNA thing, A lot of mine is, well, I have a lot of Swedish in there as well, but I do have Irish, Scottish ancestry. A little more Scottish than Irish, and probably a little more Swedish than both of those. So, but every time you look, it's a little different. The more people that participate in that. All right. So I know Stacy is a digital creator, so I thought I'm gonna go up on her Etsy shop and see if she's already got a kit, or is she gonna need to make a kit, because I felt like I did this enough in advance for her that if she didn't have one, possibly she could whip one up. She already had one, you guys. Celtic Dreams. And so she sent it to me, and she is offering all the participants a discount on this in her Etsy shop. So let me get that information real quick. Okay, so it's on Etsy. Her shop is called, it's actually Crafty Dragon Creation when you're searching it, but it, has an S when you get there. But the actual shop is just Creation, Crafty Dragon Creation. It'll be linked below, so just click it. And it's Celtic Dreams. It's 30% off through April the 30th. And the code to get the 30% off is Celtic 30. And like I said, I'll have all of Stacy's stuff linked below, and this information as well. So just check the description of this video. So I'm going to do a quick little flip through here of the pages I've printed out and kind of explaining some of the things that I plan to do. And I'm going to take out, I had gathered some dyed paper here. Let's take that out of the stack. I'm going to use this as my cover for my journal, and you'll see all that later. So it's not printed. I have not printed anything on the back, but look at that, you guys. All right, and then there's this beautiful page with an Irish blessing on it, and the collage page is printed on the back. So those are two of the pages in the kit. Got this beautiful girl, and I've got a lined journal page here on the back. You can kind of see that tree in there. All right, then we've got a little Viking friend. It's like a shield back here. That's kind of cool. And then there's a journal page. That's going to be super cool. Put a Celtic cross there. Some journal page on the back. A little Irish music. Celtic music. This one. All right, some of these are kind of the way I want them in the journal. So look at that. That's going to be the center of my signature. So some of the pages on the back are going to be repeated, but I've seen that one already. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Birds. Okay, and then these are all the ephemera bits, so pockets and things. And I printed these on cardstock. The other papers were printed on, for me, 24-pound paper. And this is kind of cool because she has a suggestion here that you could turn these into pockets or tuck spots, as well as, using them as a tag. Mine, the kind of rub there with the ink. I'm needing to, I guess, clean the head or change the ink here soon. Super cool. That's some like library card with pocket, or even like ATC card with a pocket, I guess. And then some tags there. Some different little circles with, I'm going to call them shields, or symbols. All right, so I'm going to use that. I did pull out some, that's just avocado dyed. That's just green and green dyed paper. All right, I'm going to put all that to the side. I did pull out some napkins. I have those too. I have a lot of extras of those, and I don't know when I'll ever need that many. So I had a shorts video come out on Saturday the 1st, where I was swatching all my green inks, my ink pads, my markers onto file folders. And I'm sure you probably guessed why, but so here are those swatches. And what I wanted to do was kind of compare them on this paper with the kit. And so I'm going to be going with the rustic wilderness, the distress oxide for this journal. I normally ink in vintage photo, but that's one of the things about junk journal madness, is to kind of step out of your regular into something new. And so with every junk journal madness collab, I guess we'll call it a collab, I've tried my best to make some sort of new journal or something new about it, and just do something different. Because if I get stuck doing the same thing, I may lose my mojo. We've had that conversation kind of in my Junk Journal Madness Facebook group. That'll be linked below too, about losing our mojo. And so, anyways, I have pulled out a file folder. This is just a regular old letter size. Letter size. 8.5 by 11 for U.S. residents. Our regular old file folders. But I'm going to turn it this way. Now, I've made a little prototype while I was playing around, and this is where I got my little pieces for my test for the ink. What I did was I stuck it in my scoring board, and I did my best because it was kind of hard with the way I was doing it. I'll have to think of a different way to do it. But to score over here at 6 inches, so from the center to 6, and then I flipped it around and did center to 6 again. So I scored it, and I'll do all this kind of again. And then I scored down here at, what was it? What is this? These are 11.5 inches, I guess, maybe a little bit, 11 and 5/8. And I scored at 9 to give me like a 2 3/4 inch pocket. And then I thought about cutting these off, and I thought, well, maybe I'll do a little flap thing. And this was all one piece, but I needed another piece of tag, so I cut off a piece there. And so, what I'm thinking is I'll have some kind of interactive here on the actual cover inside, where we can, maybe with some eyelets, attach some things like CD envelope, or I pulled out an envelope like this, and you kind of, it wouldn't quite work like that. You would have to do it with the flap glued to the flap. So, and you can totally cut this down to how wide you actually want it. And it'll hold that piece and be your hinge for you. And I was going to actually use this one, and then I had another idea that this will take some thinking on my part here. I think instead of having 2 pockets at the bottom, I think I'm going to try to cut it where I have one at the bottom and one coming down from the top. That probably won't work, will it? Because I would need it to be longer. I bet if I used one of those big legal size, that would probably work. I don't know. Or if I didn't maybe make it so wide down here. Like if this pocket down here was shallower, And then I had a shallow piece here coming down. So I do plan to like kind of ink all the edges in this rustic wilderness. And you can see here when I scored it, I didn't quite match it up. Kind of not even there. So that's something I need to work on. So today I'm not working on signatures. Today I'm focused solely on this cover here. And hopefully I can get to the point where I can put on my cover. If not, that'll be in the next video, or I'll do it sometime in between videos. But my goal today is to get this part done. It's going to be a single signature. I'll just sew it in here. I have this piece of something, thread or something. A single signature in there. And I haven't thought about the closure. Maybe it could go like that. But then that would cover up my, I don't think I want that because that's going to mess up my idea for my cover here. I want it to go on the back. If I scored correctly, do I want it in the back? No, I don't think I do. Not on this journal. Okay, I kind of had my idea and now I'm trying to mess with my idea. Alright guys, so I'm going to put this on a little fast forward. I will try to record measurements on the screen and see if I can get it to have a little flap up there and a little smaller flap there perhaps. If not, I'm gonna come back to this guy here. All right, so sit back, relax, enjoy some tunes, and let's get cracking. Okay, I haven't inked it yet. I'm gonna go do that and then I'll come back after I do that. But I want to give you the measurements. This is actually the second one because here's the first one I did when I scored it. When I was scoring towards the bottom, it went off center and or off my score line because I was trying really hard to score it doubled up and it just didn't work. So I'll save that for another project. I have plenty. Okay, if you have the center, this is where your file folder naturally folds. I scored it 6 inches. You really need to hold it in the scoreboard so it doesn't move. And you could, score down and flip over, but it's a little hard to flip it over and do it on the same spot when this has already got this natural crease in it. So, 6 inches from the side. And then from the top and bottom, I did 1 1/4 inches. And on this one, it was, I swear this was like a little over 2.5. So yeah, it's about the same. So I'll save that for another project. But now I have this little mini pocket, which I can actually add to that and make it a really cool pocket of some sort. And I have a flap here, and then this can be something I have in mind. So, and then it's still a 9x6 journal cover. So there you go. And this will be, like I said, a single signature. And I have my pages. Gonna add a few more, but not too many more because this is going to be chunky. And I'm not sure about a closure. And if you've been here before, I usually think about that at the end, and it's never a good plan. But with these little flaps, I may just end up having a ribbon to go around it. No harm, no foul with that, right? Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ink it, and then I'll be right back to show you the results. And once again, I'm using the Ranger, Tim Holtz Ranger Ink Distress Oxide Rustic Wilderness. If you go watch that little shorts video, I tried VersaFine Clear, Green Oasis. My old paper ink was a mini, and it's kind of dry, so that didn't work too well. Twisted Citron and Crushed Olive were not the right fit. Memento Pear Tart, Cottage Ivy. Cottage Ivy wasn't too bad, but it's a little small thing, so I decided not to use that. Mowed Lawn was a little too green, too bright. Peeled Paint was a little too yellow and dull, but these two were the best. The ink was a mini, and so it's a little dry, so I went with that one. All right, so I'm gonna go ink it. I'm not gonna make you watch because this is the size of my dauber to ink with. So I'm gonna put on some YouTube videos and watch while I ink this. So I'll be back for you in just a second. All right, guys, there you go. I inked every flap. I did remember that I had these, so I pulled the green one out, of course, to go along with it. And if I need to ink any more in any section, I'll do that as I go. But I love using something different because I use vintage photo a lot. I've used ground espresso once. I think that was on the August Junk Journal Madness journal. So it's nice to do something different. And like I said, I use Junk Journal Madness to really step out and try something new. I've done a file folder journal before, but it was just, like this. It was just the cover. It didn't have flaps and all this inking and stuff, and it was a colored one, so that was cool too. I almost thought about getting a green one, but then I thought, well, then I won't be able to ink it, or you won't be able to see the ink if I ink it. But yeah, so also, in addition to Stacy's kit, which is going to be the base of my journal here, the bulk of it, I have actually made a few freebies in my coffee shop. So these are a little bit different shade of green, but go check those out if you want those or interested in them. And that's a darker green, that's a springier green. And I want to remind you of Stacy's offer on her Etsy creation here with 30% off through April 30th using the code Celtic30 on the Celtic Dreams kit. It's really cool. And I'm going to go do some fussy cuts here in a little bit. But I'm excited about that. And I'm going to use this cover, or use this page as my cover. And I'll cut it down, and it'll fit nicely. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna put anything else behind it. I don't think I am. So you'll find out when you see the next video. But I do think I need to go ink some more here to get it a little less file folder-ish underneath there. And then of course this will be the back side. And I think I may coat that with some Mod Podge because I don't have the what do you call it, the medium, the other medium stuff to put on there, collage medium, but I do have Mod Podge, so I may do that on the top to protect it, and then this I'll cut it and then I'll go on the back. So I'll probably either do that in the next video or have it done in the next video, and then I think in the next one we're going to focus on some of these parts, these little flip outs that are in the journal, and get the signature ready to the point maybe where we can sew it in the next one. And I'm just going to use a 3-hole pamphlet stitch this time, not a 5-hole. And yeah, what else do I need to share? I hope you join in though. It's Irish, Scottish, Celtic, and you can go in any direction with those things. You can use all three. You can focus on one. You can do two. If you want to go Vikings, you want to go Ireland, you want to go Scotland, you want to do Outlander or the Highlands, or travel. Do a little travel one if you want to. It's whatever you want to do. What your brain likes. We'd love for you to participate. And if you are participating, let me know. Make sure you tag me at I Totally Love It. Make sure you put the @ sign or I won't see it. Not the hashtag sign. And then put hashtag JJ Madness for Junk Journal Madness. And I do search that like once a week on YouTube and on Instagram, and I try to share that where I can. And if you're a YouTuber, I'll add you to there is a playlist for all the participants in 2025. So we'll get you added to that list, and I'll put your channel in the description as well so others can go check you out. All right, you guys, I think that's a good start. Like I said, make Junk Journal Madness where you can step into something new but still be comfortable trying something new. Does everything pan out always the way you want it? Absolutely not. But that's how we learn. So doesn't have to be green, but I certainly am ready for spring, and I'm ready for green right now. But you make it the way you want it, make it unique, make it yours. That's what we want to see. All right, guys, I appreciate you and your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.